Yo, what it do, Ninkamu here, back again for another banger of a video. Right now, I'm gonna be talking about not really losing yourself while you're in Japan. Some of you guys, a lot of you guys, are just trying to get to Japan. And I was talking to my kohai today, and if you guys don't know what a kohai is, it's just like someone that's younger than you, usually looking up to you for advice and kind of stuff. So it's kind of like little bro, big bro type shit. Da 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 da. But I was talking to him today, and for him and a lot of people that I'm realizing that have come to my school, that are in my Discord, or like have reached out to me via DMs, a lot of people are just trying to get here to Japan. You know what I mean? And I think that's a really good ambition. That's a really good thing that you should do. But again, like, once you move here, your whole identity is not just someone that lives in Japan. You know what I mean? You're gonna be more than just a person in Japan. You know what I mean? You're gonna have a rest of your life that you have to consider beyond Japan. You know what I mean? Because if I was like, oh my god, I made it. I don't have to do anything. I'm here. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of the times, like, people think once you get to Japan, you're gonna be happy. All your woes and everything is gonna be out the window. You know what I mean? And people work hard, including myself. I had to work hard to get here. But one thing I always think about, and then one thing that you should think about is like, life does not get easier. You just become stronger. You know what I mean? The problems of life do not get easier, and matter of fact, you usually just end up getting stronger with age. You know what I mean? You become more wise. You become more diligent. You know how to navigate situations regarding taxes. No taxes. Anyways, but it's like a lot of people fight really hard to make their way to Japan, and like, even just off the demographics of my Discord, I want to say like 90% of the, I want to say like 95% of the people in my Discord do not live in Japan long term, and maybe like 2% of my Discord is like Japanese, like long term residents here, I guess. Like, if that includes me, like people staying here for more than just like vacation or like just a couple months. So it's like once you get to my point in life, do not lose yourself in Japan. A lot of people, I see them just really enjoy having like a lot of stuff at their access. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness, food is so cheap, housing is so cheap. A lot of people think this is a utopia. You know what I mean? Especially if you're coming from like America. There's so much shit going on. There's so much like political tension going on. It's so expensive, and then you come here and you're just like, I really enjoy my life here. You know what I mean? And I think one of my favorite advices that I've got from Reddit when I was researching coming here is just like, come here with some type of skill, or come here with some type of ambition. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, even when they move here, they're just thinking like, oh, I'm in Japan now, so my life is set up. Nope, that is dead wrong. Like, I was talking to my kohai, and like, I was telling him like, Japan is usually just a stepping stone for a lot of foreigners. Like, very few, very few stay here for like 10 plus years, or like even for just a year, a couple years. You know what I mean? And so you're in a minute population of people that actually find a way to fit into society like that. And as there's so many pros, there's a lot of cons to Japan, and like a lot of the pros that I mentioned, like cheap healthcare, cheap food, cheap cost of living, very safe environment, social harmony. You know, all those things are really cool to have, and like, you get to enjoy it. And that's one thing that I'm struggling with too. I'm trying not to lose my ambition. A lot of people that I knew in the States before coming to Japan have shared this idea of like, life is a lot more comfortable here. So like, a lot of the times you kind of lose that American, I need a fight to survive. I don't know if I'm just speaking out of my American butt cheeks, but like, a lot of people just lay flat. I don't know if you guys are tapped into Chinese news and culture, but like there's so many people in China, like almost like 1.5 billion people over there, and a lot of them aren't able to break into the job market. A lot of them have like higher education degrees like masters and bachelors and still have a hard time breaking into the job market. And so you know what they do? They just lay flat. The concept of laying flat and dying is almost like the hikikomori concept, and even Japanese people could find themselves like in a situation where it's like things are so accessible to the point where like it becomes too much burden on them to really figure out what they have to do. And as a foreigner that lives in Japan now, I'm kind of experiencing that. Like, I could potentially just stay in my apartment. I could potentially just go to the cheap grocery store. And I could potentially just keep doing all these things that I know I'm able to do that make me comfortable because I love Japan. It's a comfortable place to live. But even still, you have to realize that, like, this is not the end all be all. You know what I mean? I'm 22, my Kohai's 18, and I'm like, yo, fight for that while you're young and you do have the ambition to want more and explore more as a student. Go the fuck ahead, bro. Like, get on your high horse and really just ride that shit till you fucking like cannot no more. Like, as I expressed in my other videos, like I worked so hard to get here on my scholarships. I worked so hard to like pursue an ambitious career that I want to have and mold for myself. And that's one thing that I want to never lose. And like as I really do try to like fight for my comfort and my stability here, which I've already fought for, and I'm able to have this a nice apartment and a lot of food in my fridge, I can't forget the struggle that allowed me to, you know, push myself to really want those things. Now that I'm comfortable, still stay hungry. That's what I'm basically trying to tell you. Don't lose yourself in your ambitions. Think bigger than the comfort that you're seeking in Japan. Because, again, you guys might come here, get off that plane, might get your own apartment, might feel situated, but there's more to life than just feeling comfortable in a Japanese apartment and having a cool social circle of people that you can have fun moments with. You know what I mean? You still got to be hungry for what you know you can push for. And that's what I was telling my young nigga. That's what I was telling my Kohai Red Hawk. Like, I was like, broski, like, you fought for all this comfort, having an amazing girlfriend. I have an amazing girlfriend. I have a nice apartment. He has a nice apartment. We're living parallel lives, you know what I mean? But he's just younger than me. And so sometimes I just got to feed him that ambition. And I love seeing that in him. Sometimes even stepping up to the plate, going to these meetings, going to reach out to people, asking really good questions when we're at conferences. And I love that, you know what I mean? And that's one thing I don't want him to lose. I want him to realize that he needs to keep fighting for more. There's not going to always be, how should I say, this comfort that he can rely upon. Someday he might want to have a family. I can't have a family like this. So you know what? I need to have a fucking job. I need to have a bigger and better paying job so that I can really get my shit together. You know what I mean? Just so that I can show up for my family. I want you guys to know, like, as you move forward in your ambitions to study in Japan or maybe work in Japan or just live here, you know what I mean? Like, this is not the end all be all, you know what I mean? Even if you want to stay in Japan long term, figure out a way to get a higher paying job. Figure out a way to maybe make more stronger connections with Japanese people. Always be on the work, you know what I mean? Like, just be on the ball and just keep pushing type shit. Like, my nigga Red Hawk, bro, like, he's younger than me, but I still ask him questions. The main meeting, like, the main point of our, like, dinner that we had tonight was for me to, like, mainly start off the conversation, like, yo, Red Hawk, we've been here the same amount of time, but you progress way, way faster in Japanese than I did. You know, he's in a lower Japanese level than me, but he is picking it up fast, bro. He's picking it up fast. So I'm taking in a lot of the stuff that he's trying to do. And like, even still, I have a long relationship with Japan and I'm already in a pretty comfortable situation, but even still, I need to like better myself, you know what I mean? And that's like something that I want to translate to you guys, whether it be your Japanese language abilities, whether it be your career ambitions, maybe having stronger ties to your families. Once you hit a moment of comfortability, do not let it like consume you. You know what I mean? Enjoy it, be content, but 100% like keep it pushing type shit. Like, that's one thing. Like I'm so busy keeping myself in my similar situation that sometimes I'm not even dedicating and putting as much effort into my ambitions that I did like 6, 7, 8 months ago before I came here. You know what I mean? I was on that ball, bro. I was on that ball, you know? But that was so that I could get out of my mom's house, live my own life, and be over here in Japan. And I was like on that shit, you know what I mean? And I just want to be on that shit now. You know what I mean? Like I got meetings with these. I'm not gonna name the company, but it's like a really global firm, consulting firm. And maybe if I get the job, maybe if I don't get the job, I don't know how much I could share. But like it's, I'm letting y'all know I work my butt off for this shit. You know, so um, yeah, it's like I need more of that. You know what I mean? I need to take care of myself for the future. You know what I mean? I need to take care of myself and my ambitions that I know I have, because I know I'm in a very comfortable situation. And sometimes I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I just be on the bed watching Instagram reels. Don't be doing my homework. I mean, I do my homework. I'm a straight A student for the most part. Um, but I be watching Instagram reels. Sometimes I'm just on the phone hanging out with my girlfriend too much. Sometimes I'm at my girlfriend's house too much. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm with my friends too much. And like, I cherish them like with the deepest depths of my heart. But you gotta cherish yourself just as much. You know what I mean? And sometimes you just gotta learn how to better and properly show up for yourself. And sometimes that means just really clocking in, going into the library, reaching out to that company to see what you need to do in order to get a job there. Sometimes you need to look for more internships if you're a student or just a working adult looking to get interned. There's so much that you can do to keep it on the ball, and do not lose your ambitions. Just being in a more comfortable position. A lot of the people that are in my Discord, or a lot of people that comment on my channel, you guys speak English. If you're listening to this video, you probably speak English. You know what I mean? Most of the Western world speaks English. You know what I mean? So if you're coming from Europe, if you're coming from the United States, like, it's more expensive than Japan. I'm gonna just, like, generally speaking, it's just more expensive in the West. You know what I mean? You come to Japan, you're gonna be comfortable. I'm gonna just be honest with you. If you already have savings, if you have parents helping you, you have all these other financial resources to help you get by, you're gonna be a lot more comfortable. But do not let that comfort kill you, bro. Because that shit will strain you like a motherfucker, bro. And I'm telling you, if you don't have ambitions beyond Japan, within Japan, you gotta just go deeper, you know? So that's what I'm doing right now, and that's why I wanted to express that to you. You guys are amazing, and I don't want you to just be stopped. You know what I mean? Let Japan like in your initial, how should I say, months, years, just be a stepping stone to either going deeper into Japan. And then I see a lot of people like some of the other YouTubers, you know, they've been here for a long time, and like they've just been able to just go deeper, working harder. You know what I mean? And I've seen people like, what's it called? Some of the mentors that I've met along the way. They've been to Japan a whole bunch of times, worked here for multiple times, and they built beautiful careers in Japan or in the United States with their experiences. Let it be a stepping stone. You know what I mean? The same way that I see college, it's just a stepping stone for me to acquire the lifestyle that I want. Learn something here while you're in Japan, and make sure you don't lose that ambition and that fire that brought you here in the first place. A lot of you guys are coming from less than ideal situations. Maybe that might be in the States, maybe that might be from Canada, maybe that might be from what's it called? Motherfucker, Europe or the UK or some shit. I'm telling you, do not lose yourself. You know what I mean? Stay hungry, boys. It get cold out here once you stay a little bit too comfortable, stay a little bit too in the house, you know what I mean? So, yeah, don't lose yourself in Japan. I'm gonna let y'all know what's going on. Nuenkamu out, Discord, Instagram in the description. Thanks for the comments. We're almost at 1K. We're at 816 right now. So, yeah. Bow, bow, bow. I love you guys. Peace.